What's up, people? This is Jeff Brown coming to you with Jeff's Wild World of Boxing live from Killeen, Texas. Now, I'm pretty sure the first thing people are going to notice when they look at this video is be like, man, this guy looks pretty damn rough. What's going on with him? It's pretty much obvious. I just woke up to some very disturbing news this morning. Um, didn't really pay much attention to the news channels until just today. And apparently, we still haven't gotten this Pacquiao Mayweather situation resolved. Matter of fact, it's so bad to the point that now the way I understand it, and from what I've been seeing and hearing this morning and reading, um, we're talking lawsuits now. And I really had to laugh at it because I'm pretty much at a point now, where I'm no longer looking at this thing as a fan. I'm looking at this as a pissed off sports fanatic, I guess you could say. Um, I'm not. First of all, I'm not understanding, the whole deal of how it is that you feel like you can sue somebody for what two different people said, and the main characters involved in this whole ordeal are, and I quote as follows: Bob Arum, Richard Schaefer, Floyd Mayweather Sr., and some Filipino reporter with the last name of Nathaniels or something like that. I'm not sure, but basically, in a nutshell, this is how this goes. Nathaniels claims that Richard Schaefer came to Golden Boy's promotional offices and basically flat out accused Manny Pacquiao of either using performance enhancing drugs or steroids. From that point there, supposedly, this information was then resaid or respoken to Floyd Mayweather Sr., and basically from there, Floyd Mayweather Sr. started putting all these accusations out there about steroids. Bob Arum basically took the torch and pulled Pacquiao out of the fight from there and said that he shouldn't have to take all these blood tests, yada, yada, yada. People, this is so much of a mess now. And I know I'm going to catch a lot of flack for this when I say it, but this has gotten so bad to the point that now Oscar De La Hoya has gotten involved and said that he has to believe that something is obviously going on because just like I myself has said, and I'm sure a lot of you have emailed and said, and it's been spoken over and over and over again since Tuesday about this thing that if you have nothing to hide, then take the test. Whether you're taking the test before the fight or after the fight, 24 hours, 48 hours before the fight, it doesn't matter. If you have nothing to hide, just take the test. And I said that if you know, this couldn't get resolved in the next few days, which it pretty much looked like it was, because at one point Aaron was even saying they would come to a compromise and we could do this before the press conference right after the fight, which I was fine with, just as long as it gets the fight on. But now we come to basically an impasse in the whole ordeal, and what's going to be disappointing is that the fans are getting ready to be cheated because Bob Arum doesn't want to take a chance on losing his cash cow. And it's situations like this that, as a fan of boxing, I really feel like it's getting to a point where this is why people talk so bad about boxing that the way that they do. And it's not surprising that you hear people say, well, the MMA is better, UFC is better, WEC is better, MMA is better, because we don't have any contract disputes. We don't have any disputes about these guys getting there and getting on the best of the best, fight each other all the time. No knock on MMA. I'm a fan of that stuff too. But the bottom line being, if we can't get this situation resolved, we as fans are getting ready to be cheated here. And it's just going to disgust me to see a Manny Pacquiao versus Paulie-Malignaggi fight, because that's not that number one and the most important reason. That fight is not going to make anywhere Pacquiao anywhere near the money he gets for this fight here. Malignaggi, really, if you fight Malignaggi, you're going to open up even more of a can of worms, because Malignaggi has even thrown charges out there. If you've read any of the articles surrounding interviews with Paulie Malignaggi here in the last few days on Boxing Scene, on Yahoo Sports, anywhere that you've read about Paulie Malignaggi lately, I'm pretty sure you guys have seen the charges on there just like everybody else has. Even he thinks that he's using some kind of performance enhancing drugs. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going on record myself and saying that he's using. But I have said in a few emails that I feel like if there is something going on, if he is hiding something, if he is doing something wrong, and do not sit up here and say that I've gone back and said this. But my feeling is this: if he is doing something wrong, then he's a total fraud to the sport, and he should be banned for life. If he's not doing anything wrong, then you know, take the test. If you feel like you haven't done anything wrong, just take the test, dude. Get this shit over with. Let's get this shit resolved. Let's do something, because I'm sorry, I'm not gonna pay good money to see Pacquiao fight Paulie Malignaggi. I'm just not gonna do it. Most of all, you know, let's get one thing straight, and you can quote me on this. Floyd Mayweather didn't accuse anybody of anything. All Floyd said was, let's do this style of testing. Take the test if you don't have anything to hide. That's all Floyd has said. Floyd has been put in the mix of this thing unjustly, I believe. And it's not because I'm a fan of his, and it's not because I'm trying to be biased or anything. I'm telling it like it is, straightforward. But if you people really feel like that out there, email me, let me know. I don't care if the comment is harsh. You say what you want to say, because that's what's on your mind. But I'm telling you right now, Manny Pacquiao has lost about 50% respect with me right about now. And he's very well on the verge of losing all his respect. Thank you.